It's coffee with and he and Tracy.
You really need a jingle writer, you know.
I think that's pretty good. I mean, Clint back in Swanee has a Friday morning show, and he's got a tambourine in his truck for his Friday morning.
No.
He does.
No, you're not allowed to have one, is what I mean.
And it's like, it's the Friday morning show. It's the Friday. Anyway, it's Wednesday morning.
He also has a complete Teen Wolf costume.
He does. He probably has more than one. Let me know, Clint. Do you have more than one full Teen Wolf costume? Because I bet there's one just in your car, like the emergency stash. So it is gorgeous out. It's a little chilly, a little nip in the air. Did I say nip? As in nibble?
I mean,
as in log? I mean,
not
as
that you
in,
have a log, of course.
not that I have a log or anything, of course. We just left Whitaker Point Marina and some friends. Tracy's known Luttrell for
Probably like
a year and a half, 2 years. From, I think they figured out it was from, well, I'll tell that in just a little while, sweetie. Or she'll get it. From the sister, Ladies Sail. Sister Wives of Zatara, which is one of the YouTube channels that we followed for several years. And Stephen Luttrell are foster parents and adoptive parents, and they're a little bit crazy and zany and wacky, and they get us. And when we tell stories of stuff that's going on, they don't look at us like we have three heads. Not that all of you guys look at us like we have three heads, but some of you do, and there are some times where it just feels
nice to have somebody that gets it.
That has somebody that gets it. They've been on the water for about 18 months, and they're holed up here in Oriental, North Carolina, which when we got here, we were like, what's there in Oriental? Not much.
Yeah.
But it's a quaint little town. And I did a video yesterday, it might go in my big video, but the neat thing about Oriental, North Carolina is there's 950 residents in Oriental, North Carolina, and there's triple that in sailboats in Oriental, North Carolina. So it is called a sailboat haven. They have a little city dock that's free if it's open, and then kind of like a protected anchorage. If you go in,
as the shrimp boats aren't going out, I guess it's protected.
There's one big old long line boat in there, that big red thing. I didn't catch the name on it, but a couple of little marine shops. They've got a West Marine that is about the size of a small town post office.
So West Marine Express.
So West Marine Express. Think of it about the size of the deli section of a Publix, or smaller, without all the deli equipment, just the deli section. So when we went in, we had hidden at Fort Macon for the night after getting beat up coming in, going to Beaufort, North Carolina, and we had good holding there. Coast Guard base was there, and they radioed on 16 that they were going out to replace some buoys. And some of those buoys we had called in and reported to Navionics and NOAA that they weren't where they're supposed to be. They were actually
on the beach.
On the beach.
Or just not there.
Or just not there anymore. So it was blowing 25, 30 right there at the Cape. And the Coasties had a tough job that day. And I appreciate it. So we beat it up through some of the ICW, and when we got to the Neuse River, we had 25 to 35 mile an hour winds on our bow. Waves were crashing over the bow. It was crazy. The river's only 4.5 miles wide there. It's only 10 feet deep, but I guess that's how it's so shallow. It's able to whip up these winds, and everything in life's a compromise, and everything on boats is a compromise, and on a catamaran, going into the wind and going into a beating sea is not one of those compromises. So you just get beat up.
Well, we weren't in the channel, so we had to stay where we were, like we couldn't.
It would go from like
this was the navigation was showing us where we had water to cross. Otherwise, there were spots that were 3 and 5 feet, and then you're bouncing up and down 4 or 5 feet on a wave, and yeah, it's good time.
So we had some wonderful showers. Some of the best showers of this journey so far were in Oriental, North Carolina, Whitaker Point Marina. I can say it again, Whitaker Point Marina, it has wonderful showers. They've got a very nice dockmaster, Matt, and he's very attentive. Helped us, along with Steve and Latrell and their family, when we came in some pretty good blow. And we were in a kind of a protected point when we got there, and the winds had died down to about 15 to 20.
Did you sleep last night?
I did.
That's amazing.
It was a little chilly because the kids had bumped the power cord getting on the boat and took the heat pump offline. That's okay.
I just bet there wasn't water slapping up underneath the hole from
With the wind blowing behind us, that's true. We've got Nick and Riley still in bed.
You dropped the dinghy back?
I did drop the dinghy back. And all the lines, all that one fender that you took care of. The skipper got us off the dock without any trouble this morning. You want some more coffee? Interesting fact. Today I woke up and refused to put on lace-up shoes. I've had to wear shoes the last 3 days. And it had been more than 2 months since I had to wear shoes. So I doth protest. No shoes for Andy today. When the sun gets out, gets on my feet, they'll feel a lot warmer because it's probably 63 right now, maybe a little chillier. Tracy uses her nose to communicate through her Apple Watch. I think she's programmed her nose print into there.
This says it's 55.
It's 55 degrees. My piggies are a little cold, but that's okay.
I use my nose because when I'm grooming dogs, my hands are always wet, soapy, or hairy.
And at least your nose grease keeps the screen lubricated, right? So what's your takeaway for the last couple of days? Because it's been a couple of days since you've been on the morning show.
It was nice to refresh, regroup, wash the boat down, do some laundry.
We did a lot of laundry.
Kids got a break. They got to meet some other teenagers, which was nice. But
Oh, they had a good
I
time.
could see there are teenagers out here. I think they wanted to bring the boy on
15-year-old.
the other boat with us.
Have we looked in all the cabins to make sure he's not on board?
No.
We're on VHS 16 and they have our numbers. No, we're on 68.
Oh, what the? Oh, that's why those guys were just chatting away earlier.
Now we're on 16.
I need a VHF that just switches back automatically after like a minute.
Okay.
Surely that's the thing for ADHD skippers, because that happens more often than not. No, we're just ready to go. There's a couple of sailboats that left out a little bit ahead of us, but I think we're going to catch them here in a minute. And
We're going to pass them on the inside. Robin's racing.
Towards the Pungo River Canal.
So we're either going to anchor up on this side of the Pungo or on the far side of the Pungo. Once we get in the Pungo, there's nowhere to stop. It's 25 miles long of a ditch dug in ground. It is a straight line. Then after we get above the Pungo, we've got, if we go up through there tonight, even if it's after dark, I've got a couple of anchorages that we can go to that are supposed to be safe. There's not a lot of wind out right now, but you never know. Those squalls,
They come on you fast.
they leave you fast.
It's like women. Lord help me. Micah just came down to the boat this morning after a shower. He said, "You know, Mom, before anybody's allowed to go sailing, they should have to watch Captain Ron." Deep thoughts from Micah.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a reason we've had it on loop for the last 3 years.
Ooh, I see a marker way out there.
A marker?
That's something.
Oh, let me zoom out on this truck plotter.
Marker way out there.
Something way out there. It's not here yet. We're still in deep water.
I mean, it could be a tug, it could be a building, it could be a lighthouse somewhere. I
So-
don't even know where we are. I think we're pretty far inland now.
Message to David. I got your stuff. Your messages last night. We had friends over. I'm going to be looking at it today. I think it might. I'll check all those connections.
It's water, and I mean, there's water in there.
The B&G Network Wind has water all in it. from probably the hurricane and the rainstorm we had that next day that we were out. But I will double check all that. Wanted to give an update to everybody listening and watching about Bev. He's called us. His sense of humor is spot on, very lucid, and I think he's feeling better. I'm proud of him. It is an answer to prayers. Anyone else we need to update about? Throw a couple of prayer logs or candles or popcorn prayers, as our old Sunday school teacher used to call them, Eddie Stevens, to up to God. You don't have to wait and get in solemn prayer. You can throw a prayer to God anytime you want. For Avery, he's had a cyst on his backside. We'll just say
buttocks.
On his buttocks, and I don't think he's done a Forrest Gump where he pulled down his pants to show the president.
Oh, he did to me on the phone the other day.
Oh, okay.
This is his first medical issue without mommy present.
Yeah, he's handling like a trooper, though, I think. Stay tough, Avery. My sister had some foot surgery, and I got a text from her this morning that the nerve block wore off yesterday, and she's in some pain. And
that's never fun.
That's never fun. And nerve blocks can be horrible anyway, just going from no sensation to nerves waking up and just shooting. And I'll talk to you in a little while, Steph. What are we doing here? We're on the Neuse River.
Yeah, the Neuse River is not my favorite.
Neuse. We've got the paper charts laid out on top of our freezer down below. We've got Navionics. We've got the old Ray Marine E80 chart plotter just humming along up here. I think it's communicating with the satellite. It's like
I think it's more like a the old
dial-up modem.
Yeah.
I was thinking Morse code.
Oh, well, that maybe.
You were thinking,
That's right.
For you kids, that's what a dial-up modem or a fax machine sounds like in the background. That's what zeros and ones sounds like. That's what this video sounds like. Nobody can hear that because it's all digital now. So we're having a good time. We're having a real good time. The boat's cleaned up. We need to get that 13 bean soup on the...
No, it doesn't take that long.
Doesn't take that long? How long does it take? We're having a 13 bean soup today. Sounds hearty. I'm looking forward to it, actually. It's peaceful. And we're enjoying ourselves. And I get to do it with this smoking hot lady here. Did you guys see that picture I posted, or we posted through Instagram and onto her wall yesterday? Looking great.
Post-shower warm picture.
Post-shower aura, glow, whatever. Okay, well that's enough for coffee with and Tracy. If any of you guys do animated cartoons or anything like that, that'd be a cool intro I could throw in the beginning or into this. I'm going to post this up to our YouTube channel, and then I'll share it back with everywhere else. And we love you guys. We just love keeping everybody updated. Love the text and messages we get from you guys. We'll talk to you soon.